Hello peeps and welcome back to The Age of Engineering. Alright, I've done a few things off camera. Let's recap real quick and then we will get back into what we're going to do this episode. So, I troubleshooted this. This was not running properly because this one was working fine. The rest of these were accumulating small stones in the precision chamber. They weren't able to get rid of them because I had all of the item conduits disconnected. Yeah, that step that took me so long to figure out how to do and caused me so much frustration actually broke my build. So I reconnected all the item conduits. They are now feeding into the processing chambers perfectly fine. I have a void upgrade on this drawer because I can't see myself needing more than 2048 of these small stones. And I'm producing tons of these circuits. So we got some good circuit action going on here. On this, I went ahead and upgraded all of these to advanced item filters, which allows you to filter about twice as many things, and you can also ignore metadata and NBT, which lets you take care of the partially charged things. So, don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm getting some pretty decent stuff in here. Like, I actually got an atomic calculator out of this. So, that's kind of interesting to me. I upgraded this thing off camera. It is now capable of pushing out 9,000 RF a tick. I added 6 more turbines to it. Still not touching my biodiesel supply. We're still producing far more than we're using. But I had to upgrade this because all of those, combined with all of the other machinery I had running, was actually pulling more power than I could generate. So, wanted to get that upgraded. This system here is doing a treat. It's keeping up nicely. We go back to the blaze spawner area. I have a new spawner in there. I've turned down the blaze spawner. It's still running, but it's only producing at 1x speed. I took all the speed upgrades out and I put it in the zombie spawner that I went and picked up out of the mining world from that one place that I got it. And on here I have a whitelisted filter for zombie heads, solidified experience, rotten flesh, and blaze rods. Everything else goes into a trash can. That keeps me from getting all of the armor or weapons or other miscellaneous crap that the zombies drop. I took this entire build apart that relies on the redstone because this thing for some reason wasn't working properly half the time. So instead I have a timer on here. This is set to pulse once every 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds it checks to see if it's daylight, and if it's not, it makes it so. And the last thing is that I finally got a crossbreed off of the trees that I had going in the mining world. And I now have a blue maho and an apple oak over here crossbreeding. If I break one of these saplings and run it through my analyzer, you'll see that on the active side of the tree it has high saplings, large height, and high sappiness. The only thing I need is the maturation speed. So, right now it's slowest. Apple oak is high. So I'm hoping to keep all of those 3 stats capped out and get the maturation speed of the apple oak. It'll happen. It'll just take a while. Once I do that, we're going to switch that out. But for today, there's a couple of... Oh, one more thing I did. These stone assimilators, yeah, these things are stupid. I already have 4,000 some points of both hunger and health in this nutrition module, and they just keep generating. Went ahead and turned these back on. I had this running for a little while. So if we pop in here, we'll see I'm up to 191 zombie heads. I'm up to 5,000 zombie flesh. 11k blaze rods, more experience than I know what to do with. I'm also up to 26,000 ender pearls. I'm getting really close to the cap on that. My coal is actually at the limit of my drawer. I've been mining coal, and it's just voiding. Because I want diamonds and emeralds. I have 1,000 some diamonds. I have 1,000 some emeralds. And these are working nicely. I still haven't gotten around to replacing these. I'll probably do that off camera. just because it's boring stuff and I'm going to have to ferry a bunch of stuff around. Did another cycle of the quad cells. So I've got over 1,000 iron in there that needs to be processed. I don't think I've got anything else going here, but if I run over here real quick, another thing I'm going to have to do off camera. Oh, well. Should probably start this now. Not the grafter. Thank you. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm not going to have enough room for all the rubber. I'm going to put another upgrade in there. But that's fine. That's fine. Not worried about that. Okay, so this episode. What I want to do. Oh, another tank back here for honey. Although I've only put 1/10 of a bucket in there so far. You know what? Another thing I did. I've got a drawer here to feed into this. And this is now producing nether wart from a garden cloche down here. And right now it is backplugged, which is exactly what I wanted to see. Got tons of nether wart. So we're in good shape for producing all the nutrient distillation we could ever want. That's why I put the zombie spawner in there. I wanted the rotten flesh so that I can start building this tank up. Because my Killer Joe basically runs off of this. The other thing it runs off of is power to keep this sword charged. So as long as I have those two things, I'm in good shape. Now, let's get to today's episode. I need to set up some better ore processing. And we're going to do that through Neotech. Specifically, we're going to use the electric furnace and the electric crusher. The electric furnace is really easy. Just take some mica, some silver, machine frame. I need to go replicate some machine frames. We'll just put a repeat run on this. It'll generate a stack for me. Believe me, I am not worried about these things running low on power right now, because, well, this is backplugged really bad. So I don't care if the recyclers aren't getting enough power at the moment. It really does not matter to me. So, we're going to craft an electric furnace. We're going to craft an electric crusher. Now, I'm going to craft a few more things. I already have the thermal binder. I'm going to craft an electric... let's see. Let's do another electric crucible. Which means I'm going to need to get a few more of these. Let's get over here where it's not going to make as much noise. I'm going to craft another electric crucible. And we're going to craft an electric solidifier, which takes a snowball. Of course, I don't have any snowballs, but I do have some snow. Really? There we go. So there's my snow, my electric solidifier. The other tools we have here are the electric logger, the electric centrifuge, the electric alloyer, which I might get into in a bit here. You know what? Let's just do the electric alloyer too. We need a basic fluid tank. Easy enough. Electric alloyer. Bam, done. Now, the reason why I wanted the electric alloyer Neotech has its own version of steel. Its version of steel. Well, actually, this would be the Tinker's Construct version of steel. Where are you? Let's find the steel plate. Iron, silver, steel. There we go. Molten steel from Tinker's Construct can be made in the electric alloyer by combining iron and liquid carbon. Liquid carbon can be made in the electric crucible by smelting down charcoal or coal. Charcoal gives you twice the yield. So by combining one piece of coal and one piece of iron, I can get one piece of steel. That is going to run much faster than this thing. So we're going to go ahead and break this down. It's going to get us 9 stacks of steel. I don't need this extra slag, so we'll go ahead and trash it. As soon as I remember where the closest trash can is, there's one over here. So we'll trash that slag. And now, I can finally say goodbye to all of this. If I need to, I can always put this back together. But at this point, I pretty much have no need for this anymore. Let's get the Neotech wrench so that I can pick this tank up. Oh, hello, lag spike. So I can pick this tank up without losing all of the creosote that's in it, just in case I would happen to need creosote. So we'll pop that in there. And we can break this down also. Tear out the storage crates. Tear out all of this. We can tear out all of this too. So that's fluid conduit and item conduit. Yeah, we don't need any of that anymore. We don't need the liquid trash can. We will still need the power line. Because these Neotech machines do rely on power, and they take quite a bit of it, actually. Especially with the way I'm going to set it up. So having the power line in here is still a good thing. But I won't need it to run the whole way through the ceiling. I'm just going to leave this storage crate here for now. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to set up is we're going to want to set up ore processing. For ore processing, we need the electric crusher. Right there. We need the electric furnace. Right there. We'll just put them right next to each other. Let's tear this out. And I'll repair the building off camera. There's no need to do all of the building repairs on camera. There's still a conduit there I need to get rid of. Okay, there we go. Okay, and my inventory really that full? It is. Holy crap. Okay, we'll put the storage crates away. Put the excess machine frames away. All the coke bricks. Slag, the coal coke, the reinforced blast brick. Yeah, we'll just put all of this stuff away. We're not going to need any of that stuff right now. I may eventually need some of it again, but definitely not at the moment. Alright. Now, we're going to run our conduit up to here. That's going to allow these to get power. What I'm going to do over here is I'm going to put down my electric alloyer. I'm actually going to want 2 electric alloyers. Let's go ahead and make a second one. I have no buckets? Really? There we go, 2 electric alloyers. The electric alloyers, I'm going to set up, I'm going to set that up on this side. Alloyer, alloyer, crucible. Actually, I don't need the crucible, do I? I don't need the crucible, I just need the solidifier. Or wait, no, I don't need the 2 alloyers. I may have made one of these that I don't need. Okay, so Tinker's Construct, making the steel plates requires molten steel, which is made in the electric alloyer. So I need 1 electric alloyer, but I need 2 electric crucibles. That's my problem. Okay, so it's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to be that worried about it. I am going to need the solidifier, but not immediately. Crucible, crucible, alloyer. We're going to connect power to that. I have something in mind here, and I'm not sure if it's going to work. So, this will be interesting to find out. I don't care about that. Alright. These things are now getting power. So, what I want to find out, if I get 9 iron, and 9 coal, and I drop the iron into this crucible and the coal into this crucible, how much is this using? This is currently using 300 RF a tick, and it takes a long frickin' time. Let's fix that. At Neotech. ADU becomes 4 of you, becomes 2 of you, becomes 1 of you. Once I have the slabs. Really? I didn't have enough? Okay. Okay, there's my DDR2. There's my DDR4. Or DDR3 rather. To get my DDR4. Let's plug the memory modules in here. That's going to upgrade the amount of energy that they're using to 4,800 RF a tick. So yeah, we're talking some pretty serious power consumption here. We're also going to need some of these octadics. We're also going to need the network cards, aren't we? So we'll grab 2 single cores, 2 network cards. Actually, I'm going to need 1 more network card. There we go. Okay, this has now processed all of its iron. I'm going to give this a network card. We're going to set that to push. That's going to put that in the alloyer. We're going to give this a network card. We're going to set this to push. This is now going to start alloying. This burns 300 RF a tick. Let's just put an octacapacitor in there. So we need 8 of these. To get 4 of these. I don't know why it's producing 1 less than I'm asking for. It's going to give me 2 of these to get 1 of these. Let's give this thing an octacapacitor. And let's give it a network card. We're going to set this to output on the front. Now, let's get a casting basin. Will this output to a casting basin? It will. So this will allow me to produce steel much faster than that old system. It also allows me to use regular coal for it instead of having to use coal coke. Now the only downside is the amount of time that it takes to actually process this into steel. But it does give me the same steel ingots that I've been using before, so I don't have to worry about it stacking. Now, these, however, these things burn way too much power right now to have these DDR4 memory modules in. We're going to bring them over here. We're going to install them in these. This is now using 1600 RF a tick. Let's make 2 more octa-core processors. Let's go ahead and put some stuff away here. Like I said, I'm going to fix all of this off camera. I won't need this extra alloyer. I will need another crucible at some point, but we'll get there. So I'll put the solidifier away for now. Put the Neotech wrench away. Put the conduit away. Yeah, we'll just put everything away for now. Craft 8. See, it only crafted 7. Okay. Now we've got our 2 octa-cores. We'll need 2 more of these network cards. And we're going to give this an octa-core and a network card. We're going to give this an octa-core and a network card. You are going to output on the side. I'm not sure how I want you to input. I think I want you to input from the top. You are going to input from the side and output to this side. I think that's how we're going to do it. Maybe. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. We'll figure it out. Anyway, let's see how fast this works. Let's grab a stack of iron ore. This thing, by the way, is now using 1780 RF a tick. So is this. That's why I had to upgrade my power network. Because, watch this. Let's get a chest over here. Watch this. Two stacks of iron. That fast. I like that. Now, let's see about changing things up so that we get automatic ore processing going on. So I don't want to have to manually put ore in. So we're going to set this up for manual. The first thing we're going to need for this, we're going to need another drawer controller. This drawer controller is easy to make except for the basic circuit board, which takes 3 very specific circuits. Well, those circuits are no longer a problem, are they? No longer a problem at all. So which ones do you take? You take one of these, one of these, and one of these, I think. You're also going to need some redstone ingots. And a couple diamonds. And the carpenter. Diamond, diamond. Circuit. 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 I'm so tired of not having buckets, I'm just going to make a stack. Give you some water, and you should be making a circuit for us. Good. There's my basic circuit. So, drawer controller. A couple redstone comparators. Gets me a drawer controller. If I had a drawer. Which I do now. There we go. Now, this drawer controller, I'm going to set... I'm going to set this here. This chest, I'm going to replace with an ender chest. Means I'm going to need an ender resonator. To make a climb flask. So, vibrant, solarium, enderman head. Silicon. Running very low on silicon too, but I have an idea that's going to fix that too. In pretty short order. So that'll get me the climb flask, which will get me another ender chest as soon as I have some wool. Apparently I have no wool, but... Okay, ender chest. We're going to put the ender chest over here. Okay? I'm actually going to move this drawer controller. I'm going to put the drawer controller right there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the ender chest pulling out of... I'm going to have a conduit pulling out of the ender chest going into the drawer controller. I'm going to have something pulling from the drawer controller going into the electric crusher. The electric crusher is going to process whatever it pulls, put it into the electric furnace. The electric furnace will process that, put it into this ender chest. The ender chest will put it into the drawer. Now, that works fine, except for the fact that all of my drawers are over here. How do I fix that? Well, packing tape. Pretty easy to make, just take some paper. I'm going to change this to make sugarcane for me instead. so that I don't have to worry about this crap anymore. Why are you not actually producing anything? You've got power. You've got water. I don't know. I don't get it. Okay, you're producing melons. Why are you producing nothing? Is it because you need sand? It is because you need sand. Okay, so you're going to produce sugarcane for me. Let's get a drawer. I'm going to put a drawer on here instead, so that it just fills up with sugarcane. Is it producing 2 per cycle? It is producing 2 per cycle. That's nice. Okay. No. Get me out of there. I really need to tear that thing down. Okay, plenty of paper. Let's make some packing tape. Packing tape? No. Give me that. Packing tape allows me to seal up a drawer and move it with the contents intact. So let's see what all I can process through the grinder. The electric crusher, that's what it is. Iron, electric solidifier, no. Easiest way to do this is probably going to be to just go over here and look at it and hit the recipes tab. There's no recipes tab. What the hell? Okay. I know the iron ore will go through the grinder, so we'll look at this. Electric crusher. Well, I guess what we can do is we'll just manually try and put one of each in. So, I know I'm going to want to try and process tin. Seal the tin. Oh, wow. Okay, this doesn't use all of the packing tape. I thought it was one-shot use. Shows you how much I use this stuff. Definitely need the iron. I'm going to try to process the nickel. I'm not sure nickel is going to work. Lead. We'll process that. Copper, for sure. Gold? Yes, definitely. Diamond and all that, not... Yeah, that's not going to work, so... we're not going to process uranium. We're not going to process bauxite, because we need our bauxite. But... this lets me pick up these sealed drawers without losing their contents. These are all still connected. If I come in here and I look at this ender chest, well, the ender chest isn't going to be doing anything because my thing is shut down. But let's go ahead and put these drawers up here. There we go. Just like that. Now, let's try. Don't need that. I just need one. Well, I know iron works. Let's try a piece of nickel. Nickel works. Good. Notice that nickel's not there. It went into my system. Tin should work. Tin does work. Gold definitely works. Copper definitely works. And lead. Silver ore. Silver works, right? Silver does work. So I'll need a drawer for silver. I just haven't been mining any silver, so... let's take a look and see what else works. Nether quartz. Nether quartz will work through the electric crusher, but then it won't get filtered into... Yeah. So we don't want to do that. Will draconium ore work? No. Draconium ore can't be processed that way. How about yellowite? Yellowite won't process through that. Copper, tin, lead, silver. Well, I know those work. So I think I just need one more drawer. Just to deal with silver. And this, believe it or not, my silver... Oh, I have my silver ore. These drawers actually don't need to be upgraded anymore. Because if I get my conduit... We put a piece of item conduit here. Disable this side. Disable this side. This side inserts. This side extracts. Active without signal. We're now getting shit tons of ore going into this. I want to have one conduit here. You are going to be insert. You are going to be extract. Always active. That way, if I get any ore that comes into my system, say this copper ore, watch what happens to the number. 667 or 6657? Or this nickel. 6657, 6689, 93, 97. Yep, see, it's pulling everything out, and it's putting it in here. These things no longer require all of the stupid upgrades I have on them. Like this has a diamond upgrade in it. I don't need that. This has an emerald upgrade. I won't need that. This has diamond. I can go with base stack sides on all of these things because theoretically, I should never back up this ore. Once this is done processing, should never have to worry about it. Let's get a few speed upgrades. Item conduit speed upgrades. We'll grab 4 and we'll see how 4 does. 4 is plenty. Look how fast we're processing that ore. It's actually having a hard time keeping up here. Now, the downside to this is that this has the potential to absolutely murderize my power. Right now it's not. We're actually keeping up with our power demand at the moment. But if I'm running anything else along with it, then it's going to destroy my power. You are actually sending. You're pulling in coal. Or wait, are you completely done mining? Is that why? Did I completely mine out that coal vein? I completely mined out this coal vein. Expected yield, -1 ores. This coal vein is completely mined out. Well, so yeah, I guess I need to move this thing. Huh. That's wild. I didn't expect to actually have completely mined out an entire vein. Okay, anyway, I got some cleaning up to do off camera. So, over here, one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to try and figure out a nice moderate way to set this up so that it doesn't burn through power quite so fast, but it does get the job done for me. Like, the octa-core processors here, these are probably going to be overkill because this thing with an octa-core processor is burning. Well, it's actually not too bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all. These things here, I wonder if I just put an octa-core processor in those. Let's make 16 of these. To make 2 more of these. Let's give you an octa-core. Oh yeah, you're only 1,200 RF tick. And what this will allow me to do is just get a stack of coal, get a stack of iron, throw the iron in there, throw the coal in there. We'll just start pumping steel in. And then what I'll do is, instead of having just a single basin here, I'll put a conduit and have this pumping into multiple basins and have something pulling out of the basins to get the solidified blocks out. Probably put this into a compacting drawer set on my system and call it good. So, ore processing done right. Burning shit tons of power, but getting the job done. So, that I think is going to be a good stopping point for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Night Dagger with episode 34, I believe this was, of Age of Engineering. Next episode, depending on my luck with the Blue Maho saplings breeding over here, we might take to redoing our forestry farm and seeing if we can do something new with that biodiesel. Die. Thank you. Did you give me pollen? No, of course not. So we might see if we can do something a little bit different with all of that. Otherwise, probably going to see about doing something a little different with this, because I've got all the mica now that I should ever need. Now that I say that, watch me need a shit ton more of it. But we might see about doing something a little different with that. But we'll have to see where the next episode takes us. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later, peeps.